recently bought Kishu Inu on the pump, and now you're seeing the dump. I want to be able to speak to that and what I'm doing, and just from my past experience of what I've gone through with Shiba, the things that I wish I had known and I had experienced, but until one goes through it, one doesn't know. And some really helpful insights from a couple of the crypto angels in our network. I'm going to be sharing what they have informed me of and want to make sure that you are aware of this too. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for liking, for commenting, because that really helps a lot. I am so grateful for that. It's helped me massively with certain choices that I've made in the past. Of course, each one of us has to make our own decisions with our portfolio and what we're doing. We have different circumstances. With that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start off here on these comments because it brought me a lot of peace, a lot of calm, and then I'm going to go and take you into a trade that I have right now, and I wanted to just share with you an update on what has happened for me with my last couple of trades that I have done on Kishu as well. And here we go. So we're going to start off with King's Right. So thank you, King's Right, for what you know here about Kishu. Let me go back a step. Brian Lee said, I have 52 billion Kishu and I'm anxiously waiting for it to explode. I just have a feeling it will. And again, I see a number of you here. You've gone into Kishu, and for some of you as well, you are newer to crypto. And also Pathfinder has 52.8 billion as well, so $434 worth. Valerie has 17 billion and she wants to know what to expect, but she's hopeful. All right, let's go with this. So King's Right says, I like the burn mechanics. Every time people move Kishu around or trade it, it taxes that amount by 2% and redistributes it to all accounts holding Kishu still. One of those accounts is the burn address, which is holding over 25 trillion. It counts as a holder, yet nobody controls it, right? So that's the decentralized aspect. So it's constantly capturing Kishu into that trash can, never to be seen again. This means the bigger the burn address gets in its Kishu holdings, the bigger and bigger the burn. It's going to get astronomical. So it will gradually get scarce and be forced to push up in price. I wonder how many zeros it will remove in 10 years. And I like this outlook, the idea of 10 years there. I know it seems like 10 years feels like a really, really long time, but time feels like it is moving quicker and quicker at the moment. And also what resonated with me about what King's Right is saying here is when I think back a few months ago when the Vitalik Buterin went and gave a whole load of his Shiba tokens to the fund that from the co-founder of Polygon for the India fund for the pandemic, and people were freaking out and people dumped their Shiba when that happened, and everyone was just saying Shiba's going to go down and this is just pump and dump and all the sort of negative things. And I held on at that point. But then a few weeks later, when Shiba started to trend lower, after it had gone up over 400%, I will tell you, I got scared. I started to have doubts. I did wonder. And then I still have some Shiba, but a fraction of what I had. And that was a mistake, a painful mistake. I've seen a number of comments from other crypto angels here saying they've gone through the same thing. So I'm glad that I don't feel like a total fool and the only one that did that. And that is why I feel like Kishu is that second chance for people who are in Doge, that Shiba was that opportunity, and now with Shiba I feel like Kishu is that opportunity. And they're all like, I look at it as if they're all going to rise up in the longer run. When we zoom out, they're all going to increase. And then let's see, let me just go down to there's some other comments here that I wanted to share that was a similar sentiment that was coming from Sinister Magus. Here we go. All right. right. So Sinister, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Sinister Magus. Oh my goodness. Okay. Magus. Let's say Magus. It is possible, right? About how can Shiba go up so much? How much? How? And here and Sinister Magus is sharing a similar sentiment to what the other crypto angel has said. It is possible. How? Kishu Inu has this 2% redistribution that benefits Kishu holders from holding their tokens. If Kishu has the same volume as Shiba and maintains it, it doesn't take long for the supply to be distributed and the price to go up. This is why Kishu Inu doesn't really need token burns. For instance, Kishu decides to burn tokens, that would set the price to skyrocket because it creates that scarcity. And so that, I think, is absolutely fantastic. And there's another point also that Sinister Magus had made down here as well. He says, and this is the last comment I'm going to share, and then I'm going to go into my Gate.io account to show you a trade I have right now. He says, exactly, Shiba was in the same spot to where Kishu is today. I had almost 1 billion of Shiba when it was dirt cheap. I just sold it before it exploded because I had paper hands. Now I'm kicking my ass. I had the same situation with Dogecoin. I had millions of Dogecoin around 2016. Now I'm not doing the same mistake. I'd GAF if I lose I don't know what the abbreviation for that is. If I lose a few $100, hodl. And of course, each one of us has to make our own decision what we do with our portfolios, because I've seen some other people say in the comments as well, well, what do I do? Do I buy more? And again, only you can make that decision. But what Sinister Magus shared there, I feel exactly the same. And it is an extremely painful feeling. I've seen it just, anyway, that's it. It's painful. And that is why I am DCAing in, for those of you who are newer to crypto, dollar cost averaging in just little by little, because those very small trades even can make a massive difference in the longer run. And then the worst case scenarios, if Kishu tanks, if it's, as some people are saying, it's a scam coin, which I do not think it is at all, because it has partnerships with Shiba. We're talking about it being listed on Robinhood. People said with Shiba that it was no way it would get listed on Coinbase, and it did. And look at what has happened now. So, even when we look at from the perspective of risk reward, really the risk is so minimal. What I will tell you is when I had Shiba, I was doing some bigger trades before in the thousands of dollars with it, and it was very unsettling when everything when it went through that crazy ride back in oh my gosh, back in the spring, in that summer period there, when there was the dumping of the Shiba coins. So let me go over now to my Gate. And the reason why I wanted to share this is because if you have looked at any of my Kishu videos recently, and you will see I have videos going all the way back to before Shiba pumped. You'll see that playlist. If you haven't subscribed to Crypto Angel Network, you will see that list under top meme coins. And my transition where I've gone, these meme coins are an absolute joke, to actually, I think there really is something here with them. So with Kishu the other day, if we just sort of zoom out here, I'm zooming out just a little bit. Before I did the trades the other day, when everything was pumping, and I just wanted to go in because I didn't know, I was trying to figure out, are we at the point where everything is going parabolic before the end of the year for this big rally for 2021, end of the year? And so I have seen it where stuff, it just starts going up and up and it doesn't come back down. It is hard to find an entry point. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get in there. And I said, it was a couple of videos again, I said, well, I think this Fibonacci retracement isn't going to work at all. It doesn't mean anything here. But if I had been patient, and then I could have gone in on the retracement, because I was originally thinking of going in at around 5-2. I think it was like, I was either going to go in at 5757 or 5252. And then if I was going to go like again, maybe sort of possibly down to, what was it, to 4. I was thinking around, it was like 4 something I was going to go in at, but I have my numbers. Like, I write it down and I look at, well, what am I going to get? How many billion Shibu would I get? I'm sorry, Kishu would I get if I go in at that, at a certain trade? So from where we are at right now, you can see it's 5839. And how many days was this? From this point here, from the pump, hang on, because we're in a different time zone. I'm in Arizona time zone, but 1, 2, 3. Hang on. So this was the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 5. Basically, here's my learning from this. It took about 6 days for this retracement to occur. Actually, it happened 4 days ago where there was a retracement, and then it went on a little rally up again, and then it retraced. But you can see here, if we look, we're definitely in a downward trend. So I'm just going to grab a trend line here. Let's go yellow. Let me just move this over here. And I'm not going to go from the very, very top because it's candle wick rather than stick. And you can see if we just go to here and we grab a horizontal line, and I'm just going to make that thicker, nice and thick. And we're going to go with green for support. Let's come in here. We can see this is a line of support. Oh, hang on. Let me make this bigger. And let me move it. Yeah, actually it went down all the way down to here on this. So that's like 5126. It's actually sort of, you see, this is like where you can go on a couple of different lines, because look, can you see this one is lining up more with this other line right around here, and you can see we broke. So actually I'm going to go like 5614, or actually, you know what, I'm going to change that again right onto the line where it is for the Fibonacci, and that's 5544 on that retracement. And so look here, let me just shorten this on the trend line so we can see here. It's trying to break out. We've got very little volume here. Look at the volume here compared to when things really pumped and we had a lot of volume coming to the exchange. So, this, where people say it's dumping right now, I think what's important to remember, there's certain people who go in and they just day trade this stuff. I've seen a couple of comments where, I'm trying to remember which crypto angel said it. They go in and they are swing trading, day trading Shiba, and they've been doing really, really well doing that. So some people are going to go in and they are just going to swing trade it. They're just going to ride it up and down, up and down. But if, in the bigger scheme of things, whether one buys in let's say you wait and you go in 5544, or even if you'd bought the other day when it went up to 7 zeros and 11, I'm right there, and you're holding it and you're scared. When you look bigger picture, I would say by the end of the year, I will be surprised if we have not, I'm trying to think how many X's, but a considerable amount of X's. And I just figure, if for some reason you've gone into Kishu now, when it was at the peak the other day, and let's say when we do hit bear market again, and you cannot know what it feels like to experience a bear cycle until you're in that bear cycle. It's horrible. It feels absolutely horrible. And this summer wasn't that long, but it felt excruciating. I can't even imagine what it's like for a couple of years. But I think that when this next bear cycle bear market comes, which it is going to come, we're still, if you've gone into Kishu now, you're still going to be, I imagine, again, this is just my speculation, you're still going to be up from where you were, from where you entered at. But the people who I think where we're going to have this big parabolic run at the end of the year, which is going to happen for many tokens, not just for Kishu, it'll happen more for Shiba, it's going to happen for Graph GRT, it's going to happen for Harmony One, it's going to happen for Mana Decentraland, it's going to happen for Sand. I mean, God, it's going to happen for Baby Doge. I mean, I could keep, and for Doge, I could keep naming tokens, different meme coins as well that I think that it is going to occur for. But even if there is that 90%, let's say if there was a 90% sort of correction that came, which it does, it's still going to be above. I would still think you're going to be at least 20-30% up. And when you compare that to stuff of what happens in the stock market, and I did not understand that until I started getting into certain shares, there is just a bigger movement within crypto. So, I am just waiting right now on this trade. The other day, I said I was going to put in a trade. I think it was like I was going to go in. I wanted to go in at 5. I was going to go originally 5757. And then I thought, oh, well, no, I'll do 5999. Well, you can see right now it's 5813. If I had been patient, if I had waited, if I had actually looked at the chart and seen that it was on a downtrend, I would have got in at that point. But sometimes it's hard to know where is the bottom, where is something going to bounce. How much lower right now could Kishu go? I mean, that's a question to sort of answer. Well, I'm going to go back. If we just look at that sec, let's just see how much lower could it go. The other day, when it started to really, really, really pump, I mean, how much lower would it go? This is 4375. Could it go all the way back down to 3850? It could, but I think that would be quite temporary. And if you look at it, before that was resistance, and then it became, that would be new support there. And if one's patient, then a month from now, I think it would just go on another run up, and a bigger run up. And the reason I say that is when I look at what's happening with Kishu, it reminds me a lot of the chart for Harmony One. I feel like there are many, many parallels in that. That's what I keep feeling. You let me know in the comments if you feel the same, if you hold Harmony and Kishu and you see those similarities. And so let me just come over here. So am I going to be patient? Is it going to go, this is what I have to figure, is it going to go back down on this trade? Like I said, I have put this this trade in it here. What did I do at, I'm trying to remember even what I did. 5, what did I put it at again? 5, I think I've got 5544? Is that where I have it at? No, hang on a sec. 5660. I can't even see what I've done here. Hang on, what do I have it in at? At 5151. Okay, I put it in at 5151, and I'm sharing this just to show, like, if you are looking for that entry point, I'm doing it more as a, I'm just going to, for me, even with this dump, I just look at it as an opportunity to DCA in, even if it's just small amounts, because of, from the comments that I shared at the beginning, is that further down the road when it actually does move again, even that small amount that one DCAs in with can mean really fantastic gains later on. And again, never putting in what you can afford to lose. So we'll see. More will be revealed. Right now, it's at 57.48. Maybe, with 51, will it hit that? I'll let you know. I'll let you know what happens. But when I did that trade the other day, I went in at 7177 and I didn't wait, and I could have got it at 5999. And in that process as well of doing these limit buys, I get to learn more about my psychology, how I feel trading, and it just gives us more practice with each trade that one does and more experience. But if you are, and I think also it's like if you don't have a lot to put in, it does make that difference in getting that extra amount of tokens, of coins for your account. And but if you don't really care and it's easy to go in, then right now I think Kishu is a really amazing price, and later on that opportunity is not going to be there. Sort of like when you look at Shiba, there's no way it's going to go back, even if the market totally crashed and there was some huge dump. There is no way Shiba's going to go back to what it was when it was at its all-time high in May. Like, I would just be shocked if it goes back down to that. There is a certain point of return where it just doesn't happen, and it's done. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm Joanna Garzilli. This is Crypto Angel Network. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Lots of love.